Hey guys, it's Louie here, and where I am, it's about 4:30 in the morning. That's Pacific time in California. But wow, are you watching the pre-market move in silver? I'm telling you guys, this is a rocket ship right here. I don't think I have ever seen, well, at least I do not recall such a big move pre-market. I just don't recall one. Perhaps there has been, but we are up around 1688 or so. Closed under 1650 yesterday, and as of today, Wednesday, August 7th, I believe it is. Yes, August 7th. Just recently, what time is this? New York time, Eastern. It's about 4 o'clock Eastern time. We started taking a spike. Well, actually, no, I guess prior to that, we were opening up about 40 cents, and now we are up. Oopsie, getting a commercial here. There we go. Now we're up maybe 50 cents. Silver is making its move. Gold is doing well, but silver is the star today. The unwanted devil's metal is having its day. The news continues to be negative in the world, and clearly with talk of negative interest rates and so forth. This is really giving silver a chance to shine. I think people are giving up on the dollar. I think people are giving up on fiat currency, and while this may be a small move, from the perspective of how cheap silver is, it could also be the beginning. A lot of people are calling for $1,500 and beyond gold at this point, almost like it's a fait accompli. I have been calling for 17 silver for a few days now, and I think we're going to have that today. The question is, do we pop above 17 and move right into the 18s? I think that is possible, so look for some fun times ahead. And let me know, what do you think the catalyst is specifically today? There has been plenty of news to drive precious metals up, but what is it about today and overnight that sparked this move in silver more so than gold? Be curious what your thought is. And then on a secondary note, pardon more commercials. On a secondary note, what if you are still stacking? Now, I've read a couple of comments recently about people saying that they're nervous to buy at these levels. And let's talk about silver. Are you nervous to buy silver at $17, let's say? Do you feel like you're getting pulled into a trap of some kind, and that you'll wake up, you'll buy a 100-ounce bar at $17, and then you'll wake up in a few days or a few weeks and silver will be 15? Pardon me, this screen is not cooperating here. What do you think? Hold on one second. I'm back. Sorry, that was driving me crazy. So what do you think if you, are you rightfully nervous about buying in? Let's say you're just getting started with your stack, and patience is key, and I have found that acting impulsively is usually a mistake. But in this particular scenario, what do you think the right move would be? Keep your powder dry and wait for a pullback? I noticed, Bitcoin is not pulling back much. Even a crash in Bitcoin now is keeping it over 11,000. Should you be worried about getting into silver around $17? I mean, it could, it can go much higher, but it could also go down. So I think if I were assessing the risk of this, I would say, well, the downside risk to buying into silver right now is a couple dollars. I mean, rightfully so. I don't even think it's that much. But if you got in at 17, you could you could see a haircut down to 15. I think that's a pretty solid floor. But what's the upside? Okay, let's go back and take a look at the chart. Okay, I'm back. I had to get off Kitco. That was driving me insane. So here we are with a 10-year chart of silver, right? All right, we are seeing a spike here, but look at where we've been and look at where we are. All right, now that's 10 years basically in a downtrend. Well, no, let's call that 2011 to, yeah, 2019. I mean, let's call that at least 7-8 years in a downtrend, or at least range bound here for the last 5. But look where we were the last time people lost confidence in the economy. And that's really what was happening here on this spike. Let's see if I can get a little further back. Yeah, back to 1990. So, I wish I could point at this without bringing up that cursor. The last time people lost confidence in the economy, when we thought that things were going more socialistic in our country, when we realized that we were doing bailouts and trying to fix the monetary system, quantitative easing, etc. Okay, that was a real shock to the system. And the result of that was a spike, a very quick spike, from, let's see. Let's pick from 2008 to 2009, a big move in silver. From 2009 to 2010, a triple, okay, more or less. And, nobody got $50 an ounce for their silver, I doubt. But this was a loss in confidence more than anything else, right? We thought we were entering into, the end of times, right? I know that's when I shorted bonds thinking that we'd get hyperinflation, and I was wrong. But this was a loss in confidence. What's happening now? It is the beginning of a new loss in confidence. A loss in confidence in the world, in our country, in our leaders, in the Federal Reserve, in the banks, in the system. People in government making bad decisions, which will ultimately come to steal your wealth. So, what do you think about the opportunity? So you see the downside, clearly back down to 15 is a solid downside for an extremely precious metal. Let's call it a precious metal with lots and lots of uses, industrial as well as artistic, as well as jewelry, as well as medicine, as well as solar. I mean, silver is not going away, and the cost of mining definitely is not going to be going down, all right? So the downside is a couple dollars. The upside is tremendous, and we have gold shining a light into the darkness going up. I think gold is going to see higher levels as well, and silver is like on a fulcrum to gold. It can slingshot above it. Yes, invest in gold. It is it is stable. It is recognizable. It is the leader of precious metals. But silver has the ability to slingshot over it. Okay, when gold was going from whatever it was up to $1,800, let me get into a gold chart really quick. I did not want to make this a long video, but let's go back to gold, get up to a 10-year chart. My 10 years? Let's do all. Okay, same time period when gold was going from, what's the breakout? $400 up to $1,500. No, let's go. We got to start. See, gold was taking the steady rise from $400, $5, $6, $7. It was going slow and steady. But when gold started to get toppy, between 1,000 and 1,800, silver came roaring back. Let's go back to silver. Hopefully it's on all time. Same period, silver decided to do a triple, right? So when gold starts getting a little long in the tooth, what happens next? Investors turn to silver. All right, and we are just starting that slingshot now. I think gold has further to go, but I think silver is going to have the more impressive returns. And this is if you're trading. If you're stacking, it doesn't matter, but don't forget about silver. I think we're going to have our moment here. What a morning. So much fun. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Bye now.